we're always on hand for. We're always. Hello, people. Okay. If you are here, say hello in the chat, and I will. Yeah, just a little chill out one to this evening. Because why not? Let's have a look at the charts again. No plan for tonight. It's kind of weird. I've got so in the so used to doing these streams when things are like looking really, really bearish for Bitcoin. I think like the majority of streams I've been doing recently are like doom and gloom. So it's quite nice just to be able to come to the charts and be just safe in the knowledge that we are in bullish market structure for the time being, at least. So it's just, yeah, nice to do a stream safe in that knowledge. Like, yeah, well, of course we can have a little retrace and things as well, but things are looking all right. Things are looking okay for now, and yeah, just we can relax. We can relax and not have to worry about the imminent death of Bitcoin and crypto. So everything looks really good. I've got to say, like, Bitcoin right now is holding this value area low. We are pretty close to seeing acceptance now. We're back inside the range, which is mad. Like, if you think about how, I can just show you this briefly. So what happened, I know last time we were... Let's go have a look over here, and let's just go back to just what the importance of this is, like this current range that we're in. And I'm just going to remove everything from my chart just for a moment. Let's just get rid of everything. Let's get rid of these speed fans as well, and let's just show the importance of this range that we've been in. Okay, so pull this fixed range here, and we bring this back up to basically where we had that attempted breakout last, well, 2 weeks ago now, I suppose. And you can see here our value area high within this range. And what happened once we had this attempt to hold above value area, and we came back inside and saw that we got acceptance back inside the value area for a period of time. Yeah, look at the move down that then happened. Okay, so this is just how important these areas of balance are within a chart. Like, as soon as this happened, you knew at that point, like, this was not the time to be holding long positions. And if this comes in and back tests, then this is like, take this short, yeah, and ride it down as far as it wants to go. And again, you can see again, like, how it tried to hold within this value area. You can see here how this was right here at the time. And again, yeah, we have other horizontals and things available to us, which gave confluence for this. But just the strength, you can see that, like, the point of control is never just a defined level. If we zoom in, you can see that it has like a pretty steep area of volume that's going on here. And again, how we were trying to hold this point of control area, lose that, and then it's back down to value area low. What we're seeing now is, like, that gave a pretty powerful move, right? And what Bitcoin is trying to do right now, attempting to do at the very least. So if we pull this over, you can see here our value area low. Okay, now obviously this value area high has moved up. It's weird that it does that, but it has moved up, and our point of control has moved down. So we are at resistance right now, like, that is for certain. So if I just make this a little bit bigger, and we can actually have a look here. I need to actually sort this volume profile out. I think I don't really like that it's just all black and white, and I don't like anymore that I'm just completely neglecting everything outside of that, because there is important information outside of these areas as well. Let me just do something a little bit like this. Yeah, I guess that shows something okay. So you can see here the resistance that we are currently at on this chart, right? So let's move in and take a look. And this resistance is only going to increase as we go up. So it's going to become more difficult as price goes up. Like, think of this as like a difficulty level for the price. Things are going to get pretty tricky with the amount of volume and the amount of interest that is within this area of the chart. But step one, get inside the value area first of all. Now that is the most important thing. Get inside it, see if you can get some acceptance here. There's not a lot of support below us, but see if we can get some acceptance here, and then just see if we can start to work away and chip away at this resistance. If we can get through this, then it gives us a pretty clear road ahead to get into this area. And then obviously if we get above this area, then it's pretty much fairly easy to go higher from there. Yeah, so this is just just the importance of this volume profile and just how much information that can give you to trade off of. So for now, things are looking like decent. Bitcoin is doing what it needs to do, and if it can hold around here, that's looking nice. Now, of course, we can get like retracements back down. We do have very clear, like just simply by using this, we have very, very obvious levels here and here, that if we are to get a retrace, we can add some confluence to that, and we can start to look at potential scenarios to give us like a deeper retrace before going higher. That's just something I wanted to cover for the start of this stream. It's just very simply just covering the volume profile that we have going on here, and just the nice information that we do have on the chart to trade from. So we can add back on all of the levels. So here is our range, just put into areas of interest. So we have our high volume nodes. I'm gonna actually let's I don't know what color I did that other one. What was above the green? It was above that one. Yeah, that one. So certain areas that there are to be aware of for sure. I'm actually going to draw this on because I'm interested to see at this stage. Oh, man, I got to save this. Let's change these colors up. Let's go for the Toros colors. What, a bit of purple, a bit of blue, a bit of that. That might do it. No, that actually looks awful. Right, let's do this. Okay. And then we can go greys out of here. And something like that. Save as volume. I don't know. Let's just put a couple of markers and see how these line up with our other levels. Cool. So actually different information here to our standard levels that we will be trading. So that is interesting. That is interesting. Also, so let's have a look when we do come down. And pull some fibs. Because I do think right now probably the lower risk trade is the short. Although it's like holding up here at the moment, I do think that this is like step one. You're still going to see retraces. But yeah, let's see how that goes. I like the look of this daily level. Yeah, I like the look of that daily level. And we can be aware, can't we, of all of the various volume. I think, to be honest, this volume is just coming in, 34k, and it was 33, wasn't it? So it was just coming in around the even numbers. So when you do this, just off of standard volume profile, again, let's just take this off of the chart. This is what you'll often get, and they're not like clearly not the most important levels, but you do get a lot of chop around them. Is that once you go on to here, you'll see here basically 33k Here it's 34k, and you start to see the volume kind of nodes coming up there. So yeah, good to get someone to have some confidence going on with them. If anyone has any questions or anything tonight, just let me know in the chat. Is it possible where one would take profit from yearly long? Yeah, like here. If you're in a long from the yearly, just take profit on it. Just pay yourself. Obviously, like, you can let the rest run. But we are, like, this is the first little area of resistance that we've really come into, and I know we're holding above here. But yeah, I'd say if we start to come up here to 35,600, definitely take profit, because that is the big point of control. Then we do have this kind of second TPO one coming in at 36,800. So if you have not taken profit already, and you're long from down here, now's a pretty good time. Like, just to get that money in the bank, just bank it, and you can then always kind of take some more profit here and look to compound. But it's always good to pay yourself. Always good to pay yourself. That's what I've done. Is ADA dumping? I don't know. Like, it had a really good move earlier. Like, if it's dumping, it's not dumping, it's just a retrace, because it's, yeah, that's looking pretty good. This is exactly what you want to see from Cardano, okay? Like, so we were going over this on a stream earlier. So who's in here? Mirax is here. So yeah, you'll remember what were we saying? Maybe Mirax can tell you what the trade is and what we were looking for this trade on ADA. If you're watching. And do you remember what this was? Here's a little test. Testing Mirax here. Because I know you were watching that stream. There's a massive lag on this, so we will wait. Or actually, I'll open it up to anyone. What does this look like on Cardano? Oh, P. That's yeah, that is the fan in the background. It's pretty noisy. I can make it even noisier. Oh, I can make it quieter. I think that'll do. Let's make it quieter. I'm literally not going to get an answer to this, am I? All right. So yeah, we were doing a live stream earlier with members of the crew, and what we were looking at is this as being very, very strong support on Cardano. This is the Bitcoin pair. Yeah, something about springs. That's the one. So this is the Bitcoin pair, and where do you think anyone who was accumulating Cardano, who was kind of scared about where the market could go, looking at this as support, where would they place their stop losses? There is literally only one place you can place your stop losses, unless you are willing to take a massive loss, and that is below this low. So what did price do? Quickly come through, chop around a bit, come back above, and now we are looking at this as basically a nice accumulation phase, with us falling below everyone's stop losses here, shaking out the market, getting that move above, changing market structure, and now we are looking at this once again as being a retest of the support. So although we fell below, we quickly reclaimed that, and now we are looking at this as a retest of support that could take prices higher. Okay, so this is exactly what we're looking for on Cardano right now. So this is really healthy. This is a really healthy pullback, and it might not even come down as low as this weekly, but if it does, you would be looking for longs, and if we lose that again, that is the time when that idea gets invalidated. So basically this is what seems very likely to happen on Cardano. Okay, what we may end up doing is we are at the point of control right now of this range, so it is pretty good support where it is right now as well, but what I'd like to see is a move down into this weekly level, and if that can also coincide with a move down onto this weekly level, then that would be really good. And again, I think if we can get that move down, take out these stops, then bounce, we'd be looking at this $1.44 area again on that. Like there's no guarantees that we're going to get this retrace. There's no guarantees that if we do get it, that it's going to hold. But I would say that looks for me like being the trade. If we come down deeper, you can see single prints galore within this area. So yeah, we could be looking at a deeper retrace, coming down towards these $1.26 area, possibly, if of course it does not get this bounce off of support. But yeah, Cardano looking pretty good, and this is a trade I'd be more than willing to take. Yeah, definitely. So what else can we look at? Everyone just wanted to look at Cardano. So yeah, we can have a look at some other stuff. CRV, I do like CRV. Maybe I should do some just general TA on things again. I think we're coming into an area where shorts are going to be decent enough trades again soon. I'm not a big fan of shorting, or doing like TA. I am a big fan of shorting. Yeah, I'm a big fan of shorting, but I'm not a big fan of doing TA on alts to look for short positions. I kind of find it a bit boring, and I'd rather just not trade alts and trade Bitcoin both ways. But yeah, I do think there's definite resistance and opportunities to short these assets when they do come back up into areas of interest. We're not going to go up in a straight line, and I think until you change that's the thing, until you change market structure, shorts are still like the key thing. 11 cents on VeChain will be a trade I would be looking to take against the market. And that would continue this downtrend. Oh, actually, yeah, that looks nice. Like, I mean, the opportunity to long things is gone, unless we get a little retrace. But if we can get like a move up here, then get that pullback, then make the higher low, and that's the opportunity when I want to start getting into long positions. I need a higher low somewhere. ETH, yeah, of course. Ethereum. So what we're looking for on this is what I'd like to see on this anyway. Is, so again, I'm going to start on the ETH BTC pair. So if you want ETH USD, then I will do that in a minute. But I'll start with the ETH BTC pair. And what I would like to see happen is just a bit more of like a rounded kind of bottom here, just taking out the lows from the other day, because it does look likely that we're going to take out the lows from the other day and come into this monthly level. We're at support. So what I would really like, is to just see something like this at the lows here on Ethereum. And that would give me confidence to start to look to add, to at least just to add to spot holdings. Like Bitcoin, ETH BTC doesn't do slow moves. It's just straight line up, straight line down, straight line up. So what would be nice if it can just chill out for a bit, like just calm down and start to put in a range maybe between this monthly and this weekly level, reaccumulate a little bit here, and then if we can start to build like a little bit of a rounded bottom here, then maybe that can get some continuation. We have a pullback, a higher low starts to come back in, we kind of take out this, and then what starts to happen is you're building this larger cup with handle kind of thing going on, which could then lead to a really kind of nice, I guess, end of summer for Ethereum. So yeah, ideally that's kind of what I'd want to see on this chart. There's not a whole lot of stuff that makes me want to trade Ethereum right now. It's just looking for opportunities to buy spot, and then once it again starts to change market structure, that's the point where I'll start to trade it again. Too late to short, but too early to be longing. Like longing now is a bit of a gamble. ETH USD, because of everything on, sitting down at the computer. ETH USD is doing much the same as what Bitcoin is doing, and I would expect that again to continue. So we've not had as nice of a bounce here. We can see that we're where's our range? So we have, I guess, really from back here. We're a long way outside of value area right now. So we're a lot, like Ethereum's a long way away from being that tradable again. But what I do like on Ethereum is that we came down, took out these lows, and we're still managing to hold above here. So I do think that this is like, we're forming a really nice base here on Ethereum. And if it can just chop around this area, the next move inevitably I think is going to be up. But I think this takes a bit more time to play out than a lot of people think. So I certainly, again, would not be looking for long positions in this until maybe we get a rejection off of this weekly level, and then we would come down, make a nice retrace down onto here, and at that point I look to trade. So it's just being patient. Like, you just got to be really patient with the market right now, allow it to do what it wants to do, and then pull the trigger when the opportunity comes to do that. This is why I'm just here, like, really not that bothered about doing a lot of analysis, because I know what's coming. We're probably going to see another push higher, but at some point there will be a higher low that gets put in, especially on the alts. Even if Bitcoin just goes on a rampage, especially on the alts, we're going to see these retraces, and they're going to give some really nice opportunities, so that will be good. Yeah, like this is kind of what we saw with Litecoin as well. So we came into this resistance earlier and we were looking for this pullback on Litecoin, which we've got. So we've hit resistance on Litecoin. Litecoin looks probably gone the trade, but Litecoin looks a good short. I mean, it still looks a pretty good short. That would have been the one. So Litecoin coming into our weekly resistance here. You had then the... guess you could call this like a change of market structure. It's showing that we're going lower. Realistically, we're going to lose this, probably get a bounce, and then that will be the opportunity to short this lower. But yeah, actually, this Litecoin looks like something I would be interested in trading short, just briefly, not for too long. But if we can get a move back up, we may have missed it, but if it can get a move back up into this weekly, and like still be struggling there, then I think we've got a pretty good chance of getting a move down, back down around this area again. There'll obviously be levels in between. You'd be looking at your point of control. Yeah, value area high up here. We've got this weekly level up here. You'd be looking for that move back down into your point of control. So yeah, maybe not this low, but certainly getting like a nice little short position down into here. And then looking for a bounce off of that point of control, which should look quite nice. So what I'd like to do, short position with a stop, wherever it needs to be. Take it down into here. Then we go into a little long position from here, taking out those lows, and we trade that back up, which doesn't give us the biggest risk to reward, but it does give us a very high probability trade. And then if it does get bullish again, we can be looking all the way back up here. Yeah, that's Litecoin. That's kind of cool, kind of nice. Link back above the weekly again. Oh, I had log scale on. That's not a big deal. Yeah, maybe need to do a little bit more analysis on this for Litecoin, because I do think that looks tradable for now. You know what? No, I don't need to. This is perfect. Like, oh, this is perfect. So look at where this level is as well. So look at the high volume node coming in here. All right. This is really, really, really nice. All the confluence is kind of joining up together here. So we have our point of control of this smaller range. We do have this high volume node coming in, and we do have the golden pocket here. So $128.60 looks really nice. Yeah. Denario, LTC not looking good, goes back to $80 to $90. Sold mine when the May crash happened. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it needs to go that low. I think this looks like a really good opportunity to get into a long position. Yeah, this is the support. This is the support it's got to hold. If it goes, honestly, if it goes back to $80, $90, we're going to be going back down to $40. Like, that does mean bear market. You've got to hold above, it has to hold above $122. Like, just has to. There's no, if it falls back down below $122, then that means I think the entire crypto space is in a big bear market. Which again is fine. You can still trade that. But this is definitely the level for me to be looking to get into a long position on Litecoin. So much so that I am putting an alert on that. I want 2 alerts on Litecoin because I will trade this. I would like to take a short position, and it looks like we might get that first of all. So let's go 136.60. So I'll be looking for a trade short off of this level, depending on what happens when we get there. And then if we come down here to, let's put this just above 129, I would be looking for LTC USD trade long. And then we can remove those and just allow the market to do what it wants to do. ETH, this would be trade long off of Ethereum's a bit more tricky. But yeah, I would say come down here. I'm looking for trade long. Whoops, a daisies. You know what? Let's give that a bit more room. Am I giving that enough room? Yeah. On Bitcoin, we are looking for trade long. Long. And we are looking for short. If we do get that other move up higher. I think YouTube needs an ultimate guide to identify. Why does that sound so weird when I'm saying it? I'm saying it right, but it sounds so weird. Identify support and resistance. I think it's the identify support. I think YouTube needs an ultimate guide to identify support and resistance. I tend to end up with too many lines on my charts and constantly starting over. I think mostly I get too many daily lines. Yeah. I think that's a pretty common problem, but like there is no ultimate guide to support and resistance because everyone trades differently. So you've got to find the levels that work for you, and you've got to stick to those levels. Like all of my levels on here, and there's quite a few of them, they are all high time frame levels, like daily levels that have significance to them. I don't just place any old daily on there or any old weekly on there. There needs to be some significant like stuff to them, and then everything else is done off of volume and using stuff like the TPO and the footprint chart. So my levels are very simple and they always remain the same. I do a little bit of fib work in between there. Yeah, my levels will always kind of remain roughly the same with that. Yeah. Just keep a clean chart. Like my chart's not the cleanest, but I often don't like, normally when I'm trading I will just switch everything off apart from the stuff that I really want to trade, and I'll have the levels in that I'm interested in and just leave it at that. Yeah, this is looking this 618 speed fan's looking really interesting. I like that a lot. I do like that. And we're really approaching this. Yeah, this like convergence of these levels right now. It'll be interesting to see what the Asia session does, because we could see some quite nice moves. What would be really, really, really great? I'd just like to see a move up into here and then we get the retrace. That would be wonderful. I don't know if we'll get it. We might get the move down first. Oh, that would be so perfect. Let's just draw this on. And we're looking for what we want is maybe just a little bit of a move down into here before we get that bounce up to here, then we come down into maybe this area. Let's go 33,400, and then we look to get that bounce from there. So that is what I'm looking for right now. Something along these lines. Is the POC a good support and resistance level along with value area high and value area low? Yeah, like the best. So you're like, you can't take them as like line in the sand levels, but a point of control and a value area is like, that is everything. And you could use that as like being everything you trade off of, because what you've got to think about is the market. All the market is doing, it's just scales. Well, it's literally all any market is it is scales. And if you have a set of scales and you you put too many rocks on one side of the scales and it just tips really far. Some of those might fall off, and then you come back and you find a balance, and all the market is doing is constantly trying to find that balance. Sometimes too much goes in one way, it has to kind of chill out, go back. Sometimes it comes the other way, has to chill out, go back. So value area, price is always going to get sucked back into a value area. Once it goes too far one direction, like we've kind of done, it's very likely at some point that we do come back inside, or unless the value area moves down and you start to gain acceptance within a different range. Like the way that markets move is just between ranges, finding balance within that range, finding acceptance within that range. So to have a value area of a range as big as this is really, really very important. So that is a massive thing for Bitcoin. Now, the danger Bitcoin has, actually not even the danger of the Bitcoin has, I think it's quite likely over the next few days that we see this whole value area shift down. So I think we probably end up seeing the value area low somewhere down here, or maybe even down here, as we start to just range within here. Maybe some of this noise at the top starts to shift down, so our value area does start to move down with price as we get this acceptance within the lower price. We're not in any danger of the point of control moving, unless we hang around down here for ages. But yeah, like they're really massive areas, because when the market tries to find that balance, it's always looking for areas where there have been a lot of transactions in the past. And this volume profile just tells you where all of that information is. You can look at your TPO and it's the same thing. You can find your value areas within that, and it's just, that is where prices, where fair value is on the price. So it's a really important thing. Looking at volume and looking at what's actually happened on the market is a really, really important thing, because it does tell you where price is going to go. So yeah, the only issue with them as well is that they do always move around. So you've always got to be aware of where these points of control and these value areas are, and also depending on what settings you use. Like I personally use 68% to remove a bit of noise, but for example, if I move this up to 70%, nothing actually happens. It doesn't really move very much, but sometimes you do get fairly big moves. So they're never like set levels. You can't say, oh, 35,759 is the point of control, because it's kind of an area and you've got to give it like 1%, 2% either side of that when you're actually trading it, and just look at what the local market structure is doing at the time that it gets there, I guess. But yeah, they're really important levels, and you can do all of your trading off of them if you would like to. Let's do a little bit of work on this. If you fancy something a bit more fast-paced, because I'm just doing some chilled out stuff. Oh, Tristan again. So, using basic volume profile, are the value area high and value area low just the top and bottom spikes on it? So, let me just go on to here. You'd be using, so let me go on to this, because this is different. Where is it? This is fixed range volume profile, right? So this will give me something different. Duh, there's no actual volume on the chart. If I do it like this, I can't give an example. Let's go over here. So let me just pull the standard thing. So let's go low to high. Let's just, what is it? Apply default. There we go. All right. So this is what TradingView will give you as default. I'd recommend just move that up to like 100 or something if you just want to start off. Your point of control is the red line, so this is the area that has had the most volume within that area, and your value area low and your value area high are the edges of the like the bright area. So if you just pull the standard thing, you can see here that the value areas that it's giving you this is your value area high, this is your value area low, and this here is your point of control. What it also shows you is like certain high volume nodes that are outside of like price, so you can see where like up here, this level here has been quite a lot of transactions within that area, so you can see that the market's accepting price there to a decent enough extent. But yeah, that's basically like how you get your levels off of it. And I would guess that yeah, it doesn't change too much depending on what your settings are. Okay, so I can move it to 20 tick, I can move it to 2 tick, which is a really bad idea because it won't load. I can move it to 200 rows and it's going to give the same kind of thing. Okay, so apply as default, and that's what you get, same kind of levels. Then also when you're pulling it, what you want to be doing is pulling it from either like a low to a high, like a move that you're looking at as being like significant. So if you're thinking of this move, where are the levels within this move itself? Or you're looking at ranges. So currently you could say, let's go back over here, and you can see here like the price was putting in quite a nice range around this area. Yeah, so what you can do is again use your where is it, fixed range volume profile, to draw out that range and find where your value areas, where your point of control and everything is within the range itself. That's just a little bit of information how to use it. Point of control is at 0.5 of 4-hour OB. 25th legacy is hello. I wasn't sure whether that was like replying to 25th legacy or whether you are 25th legacy. I think you are 25th legacy, so hey. Hello. Okay. Yeah, so if we're drawing our OB on this one, so I guess you'd be using the wicks on this as well. So we can quickly just go within this 4-hour order block. Basically where our point of control is halfway between this order block here. I'm going to draw it this way. It's not the way I normally draw it, but because we're doing wicks, I'm going to do it this way. Blah, blah, blah. 0.5. There we go. Lovely. So our 4-hour order block from the wick, which is not how I usually draw them, but that's very nice. So that does give us our order block range here. Our point of control is the 0.5 of that. Now that would mean from an hourly. Yep, we do have this nice area here as well. Yeah, so certainly that to be aware of. Well spotted, because me personally, I would be placing my order block like this. Yeah. So that's where mine would be placed. So I would have that as a bearish OB. But there's a pretty big wick on top of that. So you've got to be aware that price can very easily come through into this area. And use the wick space as well, especially when you've got wick spaces that is as high as this. So yeah, nicely spotted, well found. Yeah, cool. So we are getting that little move down, which is good. It would be nice if we do get one more push up overnight. What this might also do, yeah. Okay. Okay, this has got an hour and a half left until close, so this might change, but it does look like we're set for a potential 80% setup tomorrow, which would give us a target of, let's go TPO, let's go conservative, 32,625 or down as low as 32,350. 32,350 brings us all the way down here. I wouldn't really like to see these lows taken out. Not tomorrow anyway. That would be pretty bad if those lows get taken tomorrow. But this gives us a nice one. So 32,625, or we could just be not even having to do the whole setup. This is setting up for a bit of a bearish stuff going on. Possible bearishness with this day. I don't like the look of that though. That's so skewed to the lows. Surely this is going to move up. It's gonna have to move up. But no, our value area is really low right now. Interesting. Interesting. The Bybit tutorial was great, by the way. A bit off topic, but good job. Thank you. Man, that was the hardest video I've ever had to do because I'm so, well, I just don't edit any of my videos like ever. I just sit here, just chat shit and hope for the best. And that Bybit video is like 40 minutes long or something, and I was just there like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I missed off some really important information. I didn't explain what the fee structure is, and I didn't explain the post only like orders and reduce only orders and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I think it worked. I think the video was alright. I might have to make a part 2 Bybit tutorial. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. Senti's in the house. Master Senti. Do or do not, there is no try. Someone's taken this master status a bit too seriously with the guru talk. I mean, I do try to make good videos. Yeah. Skepo Gaming, hello. One thing I like about Bybit over other exchanges is how quick the API updates for price action. Yes. Yeah, it's really, yeah, nice. I'm Big Short, hi boys. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Everyone ignore Senti. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Yeah. I did love the, so basically, I don't know, I'm sure everyone is in the community, but Senti is one of the big old legends within our community. He got given a special role today for helping everyone. And his response to that was, I came, I shit posted, I got master role. There's hope for every one of your shit posters out there. Stay strong. So yeah, you gotta love that. Evening, Luke. I just merged the TPO profiles on XO back to 19th of May, current range, and it looks like the volume POC is at 36,787 and POC is coming in at 35, and time POC is coming in at 35,837. Is there any takeaway? Is there any takeaway from that difference at all? Yeah, like they're different things. I'd use the volume point of control. Let me just check, because I haven't checked the TPO POC for a while. So you're seeing it at 36,787. I've got it at 36,838. So yeah, close enough. Good, good. I might have to do a little merge and have a look, because that may have moved down. And your time point of control, 35,837. So I've got this range point of control at 35,775. This is the other volume point of control. So I think basically like you're close enough to pretty good levels there. What I would always say, like never take those points of control as like as gospel. They can move, but what you can definitely say is if you just go onto TradingView, pull your fixed range on there yourself, see how it lines up, and just see if you get some like nice kind of matching up with things going on here. So your time point of control is coming in basically, yeah, a really good high volume node within this volume, so that's definitely valid, and that's why I'm looking to take this trade off of here. So we do have the range point of control from the volume profile, and we do have the time point of control coming in within this area, and then we have the TPO point of control, which is your volume point of control, yeah, basically within this area up here. So both are very much valid, and I'm going to do that right now because let's have a look. So, let's load all this data. Let's load all this data. There we go. Oh, and you're also only going back to 29th of May. No, 19th of May. Yeah, that's right. Cool. 19th of May. And let's zoom back in. Let's merge all this. Oh, crap. Oh, press the right button. How many days is that? Like, let's go 20 days back. And let's just go back from there. Oh man, we're way more than... Ugh. This could take a while. I could be about to make myself look really silly on a stream, but is there a quicker way to do this on XO that I still don't do? This has just always been the way that I've done it. It's how they used to have to do it. I don't know if there's a quicker way now. Don't pay attention to that shit. 34,750 value area low. Yeah, you're close enough. 36.8. Yeah. And 4,300. Whoa, really? No way. 4,300. Oh, that's taken in. Okay, cool. I mean, yeah, I just did the merge X and it didn't go back the whole way. So, never mind. Never mind. Nightmare X, thanks for joining. What do you think about trades open for weeks versus daily trades? So, again, I covered this with everyone within the group earlier on today. Also, oh, sorry, VWAPib, yeah, I can see your time point of control is here. So I can see here the time point of control is at 35,850 with around that area, which matches up very nicely with this point of control here. So both are very, very valid, either of these lines, okay? You can use it, either one of them, they're both pretty good. Anyway, what do you think about trades open for weeks versus daily trades? So my opinion on trading is, first of all, long-term trading, good. Very short-term trading, good. Medium-term trading, pile of shit. Yeah, medium-term trading is very difficult. So long-term trading, swing trades, good, because you don't have to be too worried about what's happening in like the immediate future on the chart. If you're looking to take a swing long position, you could just buy dips, wait for yourself to get in profit, and all is well, all is good. You're not using leverage, you're just kind of chilling out, taking like long-term swing trades over a number of weeks. Flip that over, and then doing stuff on the really short-term things, so trades that last like a few hours, also good, okay? Because what you can do there is you can set your levels. You can go, okay, right, I'm very confident we're going to get a rejection off of this range value area low on the first attempt. You come down, you take your profit quickly, and you're out of that trade. You do not give the market chance to turn against you. The stuff that then becomes really difficult and like really messes with traders' heads is all the stuff that happens in between, because you could get into this trade, for example, here off of your like range value area low. Yeah, that trade goes great, but if you're trading like medium term stuff and you're expecting things to last for a few days and you haven't been taking your profit on that, oh look, you've probably been stopped out now. So medium term stuff is the stuff that is just like, just don't do it. Like, either swing trade big, like no leverage, just buy spot, hold, sell spot, buy spot, whatever you want to do, or like actually trade stuff and take your profits quickly and get in and out of those trades. Don't give the market chance to go against you. Like, yeah, trying to hold positions for like days is really, really difficult. Like, obviously you have trades that can turn into those kind of trades. Like, for example, if you wanted to buy the weekly, you probably would have taken profit here quite quickly, but you also let a bit run, so that if the market does decide it just wants to do this, never comes back to your stop loss and keep going higher and higher and higher, then great. But you really want to be able to like get in and out pretty quickly, yeah, and not just not allow the market to turn against you and to make things tricky and to hit your stop losses and to be holding positions underwater and stuff like that. So yes, that is my answer. So I think both trades open for weeks and daily trades are good. They both have their advantages. It is everything when you get caught up by taking a day trade and expecting it to be a swing trade. That's when the market messes with you. Yeah. That's my personal preference anyway. I'm sure there are people that just take these trades for a few days at a time and they just look for those. But I think if you're looking at the charts, like if you're a day trader, it's better just get in and out a few times a day, than to be holding on for two positions for too long. Senti, do you know Bybit are going to be doing spot trading? Also, they will also be giving the same rebate for positions at limit that you get on the futures. So Bybit are releasing spot soon. And although there will be obviously a taker fee for that, you will be given a rebate as a market maker on Bybit if you are buying and selling spot. So Femex, nice, because they do offer 0% fees on their trades, but Bybit will be paying you to trade on their spot exchange at limit if people start using that, which is very nice. And that's why Bybit are number one. Yeah. What percentage above below entry stop loss would you normally use? I don't. I know my invalidation, and that's where I where I place my stop loss is when I'm invalidated. So quick little lesson. Most of the trades that I take will look, let's go to an area where there's some space. Most of the trades I take are based off of this. So here's my horizontal. Here comes the market. Here's the level that I'm looking to take, say a short position. I will wait for the market to take the liquidity above that, get the change of market structure. There will be my entry. There will be my exit. And then I'm coming back down and looking at my take profits from there. So I very rarely get into a trade the first time a level gets hit. I usually wait for the liquidity to get taken, and 98 times out of 100 liquidity will be taken. It won't just go boom boom. So the market doesn't just do this very often at all. So by being patient, you're not really going to miss a trade. And also by allowing it to take liquidity and doing this and changing your market structure, you know where then your invalidation is. So you know that the stop hunt has already happened. Okay, so people that got in early at this level, they got stopped out. Market structure's changed. You come back into your level again, then you can trade it back down or the other way. So that is how I place my stop losses. It's just a really simple setup. Call it the trident, call it the Quasimodo, call it what you like. Then yeah, that's how I do all my trades. I've never even heard the term Quasimodo before Senti mentioned it, but like literally that's how I've traded for a very long time. And yeah, it's good to hear it called something. I call it the trident because you get the 3 spikes. So you go like a trident goes dum 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 dum. You trade the trident, and that's what you want to be doing. And you enter here with your invalidation here. Oh, this did give us a little market structure change. Nice. So yeah, that's like always the best way to trade. That's how you maximize your trades by just having that patience to allow the market to do the trade for you. Allow the market to give yourself the invalidation before you actually enter into the trade. Like this, for example. We have come above this weekly. We have taken the liquidity above the weekly. So if anyone had tried to get in off of like maybe the front run, thinking, oh my God, it's front run the weekly, I've got to get into a short position. Then you get stopped out. At this stage, it's not ideal, but at this stage, this looks like the time where you could enter short. Like you've allowed the market to do what it wants to do. You've allowed it to see if it wants to hold the level. And now you could go in and say, okay, on a, let's say 1 minute time frame or something, we have changed market structure by taking these lows. You could take the short here. It's not the best example of it by any stretch, but like the market has now given you, the market's given you the trade. Like you're not forcing any trade. The market's just given you it by meeting the conditions that you wanted it to. So now you're saying weekly is our resistance. Your stop loss will be above here because you will assume that it's not going to stop hunt twice. It might do, but that would be your validation. If it stops hunt twice, then just market's annoying, whatever. But more than likely, if we do break above here, we're probably going up to this level. So you place your stop loss here. And at this point, you'll probably be looking to take those lows or to trade it down to this daily. Again, I probably wouldn't, not a trade I'd take, because what I would want to do is see a lot more space. So I'd maybe want to see a bit more space before it comes in. Right now, this just looks like it's going to keep doing this for ages. But it's a trade. That is a trade setup that could be taken. And some conditions have been met for that. Yeah. It was first coined in Forex many years ago by Quasimodo. That's the reason I call it that. See, I just thought you called it Quasimodo because it looks like a Quasimodo, like with the hunchback. So you have your little hunchback Quasimodo guy going on with his oh my God, there's me, I'm Quasimodo with my hunchback. I don't know. Is this his arms? Is this his what am I drawing? What on earth am I drawing? There's his legs. He's a ghost guy now. There's Quasimodo, the ghost, with his big smile. Hi, I'm Quasimodo. There's my nose. There's my eye. Here's my hair. Here's my hunchback. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye, Quasimodo. What time frame are you using to enter your trade? Oh man. Well, I mean, I mean, I don't, I don't know how to answer like what time frame am I taking the trade. Like, I mean, if I'm taking a trade, I'm trading it on like just time. um, the I don't place like time restrictions on trades. I trade them by the levels that I'm going off, I suppose. So I'm trading everything on like literally seconds, I guess. Um, because the market just is always moving. So whenever the market gives me a trade, it doesn't matter what time frame it's on. I just take the trade, and then I wait until it does what I want it to do. I mean, I look for bias and I look for confluence on certain time frames. So I like to use the, obviously, let's just go off of this. I like to use the 4-hour chart to give myself like a strong kind of bias of what's going on. The 30-minute chart is like absolutely fundamental to everything because that's TPO. So if I'm going on to, and I do take a lot of trades just based off of a TPO chart as well. So the 30-minute is massive. That's like just the fundamentals of like all trading is a 30-minute chart. So you got to be aware of what's going on the 30-minute. So from a TPO perspective, you can be looking at liquidity grabs, you can be looking at stop hunts back into your point of control, you can be looking at moves in and out of your value area. So at this stage, like if we come back in, we get acceptance, but within the value area, you can trade it back to your point of control, and things like that. So 30-minute is a massive time frame as well. I like to look at divergences on the 15-minute time frame. So I like to look at divergences on the 4-hour, the 30, and the 15. I like to use the TPO for a lot of my trading, so that's always the 30. I like to use the footprint chart again on the 30-minute. So I would be looking at areas of high volume down here. So we've got areas of interest coming in here at 34,250. We've got a big area of interest coming down here at 33,900. So again, you got 30-minute. And then I do stuff on the 5-minute and the volume charts as well. So yeah, 30-minute mainly, 4-hour. And then just to get my actual entries into things, then just as low as you want to go. Volume charts, 5-minute chart, 1-minute chart sometimes. Yeah, I guess that's kind of what I'm looking at. Yeah. There you go. Senti's also answered. Senti takes a trade on a tick chart, analyzes the 30-minute chart. Literally, why didn't I just say that within like such a... Yeah, I could have just said that as well. But yeah, 4-hour, 30-minute tick chart. All important. One other confluence, by the way, the monthly VWAP is coming in at the trading view range point of control around 35.7. Monthly VWAP. Where are you? Oh, yes. Yes. Monthly VWAP. My friend, the monthly VWAP. There you are. Let's get that trade. That would be really nice. So that's like really, really, really nice confidence there. Yeah, also like quite good because I think a lot of traders... This would be perfect actually. This would be like a perfect little trade. Because what are 90% of traders going to be looking for as we're coming up here? Like I'd say vast majority are going to be looking for liquidity grabs above here for a swing failure pattern and then to short it. However, this is giving us confluence early. That could really like mess with people. At least like to get an initial reaction, like we could get a nice move down and then take the liquidity and then get the bigger move down. But that would be really kind of cool if we do get something like this before we do take the liquidity above these. To be honest, it probably just would take the, like that's the better trade, but that's quite nice. Do you put levels in and trust them to buy sell whilst asleep or working, or do you prefer to be watching actively? I mean, I'm a full-time trader, and well, now a full-time I guess what would you call me? Content creator, tutor, mentor, business thingy. But yeah, I'm always looking at the charts, so I don't tend to sleep on positions unless I see something really obvious. But what I'd usually do is place alerts. So I can place this alert here. It might wake me up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But if it's a trade I really want to take, I'll just look at my phone and I'll know, I think at that point, whether I want to enter it or not. So yeah, I put trust in my levels to the extent that I will always like trade them. Like I'm never going to be scared to take the trade. So if it does come down here, you can be pretty certain that I'm going to take the trade. If it comes up here, you'll be pretty certain I'll take that trade. But I don't tend to just do it blindly because, yeah, I'm usually just watching the chart. I guess that's the most simple answer to that. So I don't need to just do them blindly. The one difference was I was out having a few beers before the football the other day, and I just bought that yearly like really heavily, and it worked out really nicely. So yeah. Do you ever use daily or weekly pivots for confluence? Started looking at them a little more just this week, and to see, been seeing they have some good respect. Yeah, like I don't use them. I never have, but I know they're really good. I know the pivots are really good. I've just never used them. I probably should start using them. Like at least, I think it's good to at least be aware of where they are. But yeah, I've never used them. So let's add them on my chart. And what is it? Just pivots, pivot point standard. Then I know what we want to do is that's just crazy. We go number of pivots back 3. I only want to see S1 and 2. Yeah, so we've hit R1. Did it the day before. I mean, yeah, nice. Do you change these to like daily as well? Oh no, this is, of course it's daily already. Duh. Fibonacci. Yeah, like I don't use them, but they're nice to see. Yeah. See, I mean, yeah, there are definitely strategies with the pivots that are good. I just don't feel the need to use them myself. Like it missed P here. There's other reasons why reversed here. Yeah, they're okay. They're okay. Yeah. Just the question to Senti, Gluta, Beteg, Grip, Benji. The tick chart's just like a constantly moving chart. It's like not like ticks like you see on on this. It's just like, yeah. Does Trading View have it? It's like basically like the 1 second chart. Oops. Yeah, the thing is, like, pivots, they're, I don't know, I don't really know what they're based off of, but they're based off other stuff that's gonna be what the price is anyway. So if you've got the other stuff on your chart, then yeah, it's all good. Miners are terrible at trading. I made all my money from mining, but now I want to increase my portfolio trading a bit. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, like I wish I'd made some good money from Bitcoin mining. That would have been awesome. But hey, if you want to get better at trading, then you know the place to be. Yeah. Come on, give us this trade. That would be very nice. I knew what you meant. 25th. I was gonna say wire blocks. I've never had that one before. Mining ETH, nice. See, I can mine ETH on this computer. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. I need to start doing that, don't I? I need to start mining Ethereum. And my computer's all set up to do it. I've got a nice GPU to do it, but I haven't done it yet. Nice shorts trapped at these lows. That's nice to see. Good little imbalance going on there. 60 GPU. What? Wow. Is there a good book you guys can recommend where I can learn more about the fundamentals? Like most of YouTube, but when I see you guys talk here, I'm like a rabbit looking towards some headlights. Yeah, like oh, what is it? Market Wizards. What do they call it? The book? What's the book called? Basically, De Niro, you're in the Discord, aren't you? You are, definitely. We've got a book section in the Discord. So, let me just pull this up. So we do have this book section within the Discord, okay? So we have Market Wizards, yeah. So we've got some PDFs here. That's a really good book. Trading in the Zone is a really good book. Yeah, so definitely do check out the books that we've got there within the Discord. those are really good ones. So yeah, trading in the zone and Market Wizards is a good place to start. Trading in the zone, definitely a very good place to start. Yeah, and also, of course, if you are learning to trade, then the best book is the Crew book. Toros Crypto Crew. Join the crew. No. Talking shit again. Oh, I thought you were talking. Yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking tick chart sentiers in like literally like every tick, but yeah. Here's the Bitcoin tick chart. I'm getting tired now. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, I think. Yeah. I am going to wrap it up here. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. That was a nice little chat. And oh, I haven't even told anyone. I'm away this weekend. I'm not going to be doing the stream tomorrow night. Bombshell. Yeah, I'm unable to stream tomorrow night. It is my sister's birthday, so I will not be streaming tomorrow night. But yeah, I'll catch everyone next. I'll be around during the day tomorrow. So I'll do everything during the day. I might do a daytime stream. Who knows? I might do a morning stream. But not tomorrow night. And then I will see everyone over the weekend. I'll be in and out, and then I'll see everyone on Monday. So yes, thanks guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Cheers.